Hello folks and welcome back to another lesson. This one is going out to the lovely Chad Ward, Mr. Chad Ward everybody. He's a patron and requested Hell's Bells. Now quick shout out to my buddy Dan. Today's t-shirt is Rare Form Radio. Dan is Dave Navarro's guitar tech amongst other awesome people, and he does some brilliant things, and he's got a very exciting life, and he's got a podcast where he talks about it with Heidi and a few other just very funny people, so go and check that out. I'll put the link in the description below. Now for tones, we are going with the Thorpe FX Gunshot. Absolutely brilliant distortion pedal. That intro part's played quite lightly, but when you dig in, you get a little bit more. It's a very amp-like and pick-responsive pedal. Love it. So that's what I'm going for this tune. Let's crack on with the first riff. So for the most part, you're going to be flattening your first finger and playing a double stop on the D and G string, okay? So strings 3 and 4. But you're also going to add your little finger or your third finger, whichever's comfiest, for the first note. So you start on the 7th fret, but you're going to play 0, 9, right? I take my little finger off there on the 3rd note, okay? Then you're just going to move it down 2 frets. Back up. And then 2. So a lot of this is played just before the beat. You'll notice the... Okay, it's all before the beat. So that's the first bit of the phrase. Let me play it slowly. Second half of the phrase, exactly the same, but you're going to add in that little phrase, okay? So you've got... Then you go into a C5. Move your first finger down 1 fret. And then the open A again. And that loops round. So let me play through that whole thing through slowly. And in terms of dynamics, you're going to be playing very light for the first part. Notice how much that cleans up the tone. And when you dig into that, you know, a lot more gain comes through. So you play that around 5 times. On the 6th time, you play this. You got that little turnaround, which is 3 G chords, a little whack as you change, and you play D chord, and then that. So that's when the vocals come in, right after that. So this is what Angus is playing. So you've got this same little 5 shape, which is 7 and 9 on the D and G. But you're going to play... So you've got your little finger on, little finger off, little finger on. Rest. Then play... You can do that however you want. You could do 3rd and 4th fingers, which is what I tend to do, or you could just flatten your fingers. Okay, so you've got 3, 4, and then that change. Malcolm, on the other hand, is playing this. So you can put that in as well if you want. Just as per the tab. Again, I'm flattening my first finger there. And he actually puts in that extra A note, which Angus doesn't. So that's it for part of the first bit of the verse. Then you got this section. Which is the same part essentially, but the dynamics just come up a bit. So you're going to play, that's palm muted, lightly palm muted, okay, the open A. Then you go to a D power chord. Again, your first finger is flat on the fretboard there. Some nice alliteration there. And then you do 3 palm mute. And then 1 on the open A, and then... So that slowly is... Pretty awesome. And then you go to this part. And then you move to an E. And then you're back into the chorus riff. So that whole part is pretty straightforward. You're going to go for a D, but you're going to be moving your first finger off and on. Alright, C add 9 to G for that part, right? Again, slowly. And that there, I'm not putting my first finger down. You note that I'm just using 2 fingers for that chord. And then you go to the E. With a D and an A, okay? 2G. And you're back into the... And that, my friends, is it. If you want the solo, comment below. I will do that. I just haven't had a chance this week, so I just want to get this one out there for Chad. And I hope everyone else enjoyed it as well. I'm going to go check this out. Awesome. See you soon.